Hey everybody, this is Jeff Emery with TechZulu, and today we are Clemens Vasters for Bytes by MSDN. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Awesome. So we got a couple of summer questions for you. The first one is, what's the coolest technology you've come across lately?
The technology that I'm working on.
Which is what?
Which is the .NET Service Bus.
So,
I'm the technical lead for the .NET Service Bus, and that's part of our big cloud initiative. So we've got Windows Azure, we have the Azure Services Platform, and the .NET Service Bus is one part of that services platform.
what are the three top things that you would point people at?
I just came across a little research project called Axum, which is sort of message-oriented parallel programming. I found that very interesting. And then just for a completely different approach to programming language and how you program things, F# seems to be very interesting. So that's something I would probably tinker with if my summer wasn't so fully loaded with work, because we want to go ship at the end of the year.
Yeah, functional programming.
Mm-hmm.
It's also really fun. Who do you look for updates on technology?
So what sites do I go to?
Yeah.
Where do I look? So I have a few blogs that I'm going to, and I'm really lame in that respect. I'm going to those blogs actually on the website. I have an RSS reader, of course, but I sort of stopped using that. So I'm feeding myself off actually the official magazine websites.
Wow, you're actually going to the real website now, not using the RSS.
I'm going to the websites, and I have a bunch of favorites. I'm really old-fashioned. And I go to TechMeme, and then I monitor Twitter, and then I always subtract 50% of what's being said and hope that there's some truth in that.
Nice. So do you have anyone you'd recommend?
I like, let me name 3 companies because they ought to get airtime because they're little shops. iDesign, iDesign.net, Pluralsight, the guys around Aaron Sconard, and ThinkTecture from Germany. And all these guys have little blog sites, and they're having usually very wise insights on distributed systems, and they're also playing with the stuff that we build. So that's why we hold them very close to our hearts and feed them with more data, and they're helping us writing white papers. So on MSDN, there's a set of white papers about the .NET Service Bus and the .NET Services technologies that gets regularly updated. And so that's those guys, iDesign, Pluralsight, ThinkTecture, are great companies for training, consulting, and also for go to their blogs, and they have wise people, and they have a really good outside perspective on the stuff that we do.
What makes you follow someone on Twitter?
Hey, if you talk about my technology, this sounds like I'm trying not to...
No, I think that's totally fair. No excuses for that. That's fine.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you want to know who's reading your stuff,
Yeah.
And how to best get to your customer base.
I'm really interested in what people do, and like smallish solutions they build or large solutions they build, experiences they have. If they think, oh, this completely sucks, then I want to know that too. So like the hashtag .NET Services or hashtag Service Bus, that's something that I search every once in a while. And and that's stuff that I follow automatically. Otherwise, I'm following pretty much in a random way, and mostly people that I know. Like people that I know and trust and I'm really keenly interested in. Those I follow, and otherwise it's really based on whether you speak intelligently about some technology.
How do you prefer to get your tech? Podcasts, blogs, or videos, or books?
I'm very old-fashioned. I like to go to the source. So if there's a boring specification, I will go through the boring specification. Otherwise, short articles is something that I prefer. Books, I can't get myself to focus on a book for a long time, so I skim them. I'm looking into particular information, but I don't read them back to back. And podcasts and videos are something that I watch every once in a while, but it's not something that I use as an information medium on a regular basis. So I'll watch some presentations or I'll listen to some podcasts every once in a while. But it's not like a primary thing that I'm doing.
This is Jeff Emery with TechZulu reporting for Bytes by MSDN. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.